THC, we call it hemp. If it's above that, it's hot hemp or marijuana. Yet the other cannabinoids, of which 150 or some we know about, are all identical molecularly. The CBD, the CBG, the CBDA, the Delta 8, etc., is all identical. So when we said we legalized hemp, we really created an environment where the plant itself, if it tests below that, is technically legal. But reality is very few people smoke hemp. It is in some states interesting. It's much better than tobacco. But in most cases, you're taking that biomass and you're putting it through a process and extracting it down to its element cannabinoids, which at that point, the Farm Bill didn't have any regulations for that. It didn't even envision extraction. And that's created some very complex issues across the country. And as you pointed out, even the provisions that were supposed to mitigate problems of interstate commerce have not been rectified, because there are some states where we're seeing seizures right after of biomass that clearly was hemp, but you can't tell the difference. Why? Because it's the same plant.
Well, when did you first become interested in the cannabis industry?
Well, realistically, when I was in college, but that was a different interest, and as most people. But in terms of the current cannabis industry, about 6 years ago, I was approached by a fledgling private equity firm, because that's where my space was, advising alternative investment fund managers on regulatory compliance. And this person saw my background and said, you know what? This is the most regulatory intensive strategy there has been. I think your discipline could be great for it. And I immediately started consulting. I went out to a conference and spoke on a panel. And the thing that was really eye-opening to me was typically a legal panel in a business industry conference would be at 5:30 the last day when everybody's running to the cocktail party. Well, at this cannabis conference, we kicked off the conference